Hi friends! Welcome back to our channel if you've seen our videos before, and if you are new, my name is Abby.
My name is Hope.
And we're
the Disney Sisters. Today I'm very excited because we are bringing you guys a video that was requested by you. One of our subscribers had suggested this idea and I thought it was a really great idea that didn't really cross our minds until they mentioned it. And so we are going to be talking about what to do while you wait in line at Disney. So one of the most boring or like worst parts of Disney is waiting in line. And you wait in a lot of lines. You wait for attractions, you wait for food, you wait for shows, you wait for characters, you wait to get somewhere, like
to get into the park.
You wait for parades, you just wait a lot. So we wanted to talk about our favorite things and some tips that we have for waiting in line at Disney. So we have kind of broken it into two sections. So we have our technology-based things, so like favorite apps that we have or just things that involve a screen. And then we also have some games that you can play if you have kids or a family, or even if you're just a bunch of adults. You can play these if you don't want to be on your phone the whole time. And we wanted to give you both options. So we're going to start...
Or if your phone is dying.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Anyway.
Always bring a portable phone charger because your phone will die faster than a flash. The first thing that I recommend, and probably my biggest currently thing that I do while I wait in line at Disney, is the My Disney Experience app. So if you are going to a trip to Walt Disney World, I recommend that you get this app, even if you don't really want to use it to like occupy yourself. This is a very important app if you want to make fast passes, dining reservations, if you want to link it to your photo pass and you can receive your photos that way.
If you want to look up menus for restaurants.
If you want to look up wait times of the current rides. So we just recommend having this app for a useful purpose. But then another thing that I really like to have it for is to check while I'm waiting in line. So like we kind of just said, checking your fast passes if you want to try to move a fast pass time, or if you just want to check when your next one is. That's always good to know. If you want to look at what dining reservations are available, if you want to make like a last minute reservation. My favorite thing to do in line is to check our photos. If we've just taken a PhotoPass photo before we got in line, oftentimes that will pop up while we're in the line, so you can go back and scroll through all of your professional photos for the day. So I just recommend this app. It can be very entertaining for a long period of time, and they also have a lot of like paragraphs and articles on there of like new stuff that's happening, so you can just read a lot about new stuff that's happening in the parks. So my first and probably biggest one for like beneficial reasons is the My Disney Experience app.
So my number one thing that I do in line pretty much all the time when I'm standing in a line, unless I'm talking to her or to the camera or something, is I read. So I have lots of options. I brought options.
She comes prepared.
Although
you don't know all of them.
I do not. But I thought that it would be nice to let y'all know. So most of the time I read on my phone, just because it's easy and it's easily accessible. So I have the Kindle app on my phone. I read the books that I've downloaded from Amazon or, whatever. And this is my Kindle, and you could bring the full Kindle if you wanted. Fancy Disney case. It's got Princess Castles on it. It's pretty fabulous. Or I know a lot of people that I see in the parks, and I kind of want to start doing this, but I don't bring a big enough bag. They just bring a book. They'll just straight up bring an actual book and wait in line and read.
So the next app we're going to talk about is the Disney Play Now app. Now, the two of us don't actually have this app. We've both tried it in the past, and it just didn't work out for me. But I do know a lot of people who like it and use it. But basically, it's an app that Disney has come out with fairly recently to encourage you to play games or to use this app while you wait in line. So that's kind of perfect. So basically, it has a map of the entire parks in the app, and you select which park you're in and then what attraction line or what line you're in.
And they'll have themed
and they will theme games towards what you're in. So for instance, if I'm in line at Pirates of the Caribbean, I can click on Pirates of the Caribbean in the app, and then it'll bring up like a card matching game. It'll bring up like a little treasure hunt game that you can play on your phone, and you can earn points depending on how many attractions you wait in line for. You can earn points by playing more games, and it's a really just fun way to actually keep the theme of whatever ride you're going to.
And they even have a pin for Toy Story Mania. If you get, I think it's a certain amount of points that you get when you ride it. If you get a certain amount of points, then you can buy a special pin.
Yeah, and it doesn't give you the pin, but it gives you the opportunity to buy the pin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So that is an option. Like I said, it's not like our favorite thing, but we do know a lot of people who enjoy it. So if you have kids or you just want to play it yourself, I think that might be a fun like app to play.
The next app that we would recommend, a lot of people would recommend, I feel, and that's the Heads Up app. It's like the guessing game app. A lot of people play this.
Where you like hold it up here and then like guess.
My one thing I will say is if you are in a large group, I wouldn't necessarily recommend it because it can be obnoxious to those around you.
Right.
Knowing from personal experience, seeing other people playing it,
and I would also say if you are gonna play this, don't maybe play it like up on your head. Maybe play it like down here, just so it's a little bit less obtrusive, because it can bother other people in the line, and we always want to be respectful of other people and their feelings while they're waiting in the same line you are.
It's totally fine. Like, have fun, but just don't go crazy. But it can be fun to play, and they do have like Disney themed card decks and stuff on that,
and it can make time fly.
It does do that. Yes.
So the final app that we are going to be talking about today is kind of an older one, but this is in the Apple Store. I don't know if you can get it on Android, but it is the WDW Trivia app. So this is, like it says, Walt Disney World Trivia, and this one is mostly based on Disney history, so about the parks, about Walt himself, and then about like the earlier movies. So this one is really fun. It's a multiple choice trivia app, so it's great to use with like a family or a big group of people because you have the answers already for you. You just have to pick the right one. So that one we have played before, and it's a lot of fun to do while waiting in lines. So I think that was all of the technology-based things that we wanted to share with you. So now we'll move into the non-technology-based. If you kind of want to keep off of the technology, I totally get, and I'm for, spending the time with the people and not like staring at your phone screen the whole time. So we're going to give you some options of games to play. These work great with kids, but you can also play them with adults too.
The first game you can play is just a good old tried and true. It's I Spy. If you haven't played I Spy, where have you been?
This was one we used to play all the time when we were younger.
And I will say it's a lot of fun. I mean, depending on the ride queue, because I don't know how much fun it would be in the Space Mountain queue, but in like the Toy Story Mania queue, it would be a ton of fun. If you don't know what I Spy is, basically you say, I spy with my little eye something green.
Or something green and round, and then you try to guess what it is.
You're not going to guess what it is.
And then...
Okay, fine. So that would be an example. It's a lot of fun just to play, and it can occupy a lot of time depending on what ride queue you're in. Because like I said, if it's Space Mountain, it's probably not going to take up a lot of time because there's only so much you can see. But
something dark.
Something dark and gray.
Dark and blobby. Yeah. But yeah, this one, again, depending on like the age of the people that you're with, you can tone it down or make it a lot harder if you play with adults. And we've played I Spy with adults before too. So it's definitely not just a kid's game, but it's fun to do in Disney because it helps you notice all those little details that Disney puts in. The next thing that we recommend doing in line is to go hidden Mickey hunting. This is one of our favorite pastimes while we're waiting in queue lines. And if you do not know what hidden Mickeys are, Disney, when they build their attractions or their queue lines, a lot of times they will put in little Mickey head shapes. Make my bottom thank you. They'll make little Mickey head shapes all throughout the queue, all throughout the parks in general. But a lot of these will be in things like the trim work or the stone wall,
or the stack of cannonballs,
exactly,
or the whatever.
Like they're all throughout. And if you can actually buy a book in the park. We'll put a picture here of what it looks like, of a hidden Mickey hunting book, and it'll actually tell you where some hidden Mickeys are, so you can have that book with you and then just look for like Pirates of the Caribbean queue line, and then it will show you where some of those are.
It'll be like, I think if I'm remembering correctly, it's like, look in this general location, and it lets you find it.
Right.
Before
or it'll give
the
you
answer.
a really close-up picture of what it looks like,
right.
but not where it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you can just play it without the book and just look for them. That's what we do a lot of the time. And that one's just really fun, and that is something that's like special and unique to Disney, is the hidden Mickeys.
The next game that we could recommend is what we'd like to call the ABC game, and you can do it basically ABCs of anything. We like doing
We've done it on like car rides.
Yeah, yeah. We like doing it with an extra added challenge when we're at the parks of attractions.
Yes.
So, yeah, it's a little more challenging.
Astro Orbiters.
Okay. So then B, I would say, clearly my brain is not working
Oh my
today.
gosh, come
oh
on.
my gosh.
I got one.
Oh my
The
god.
Barnstormer.
I have one for C.
C.
Country Bear Jamboree.
Ooh, there you go. D. Dumbo Flying Elephants.
Okay. E. Oh my gosh. This should not be this difficult.
come on. Expedition
Oh,
Everest.
Expedition Everest. Yeah. Wow. Hello. That was
She
really...
clearly needs to work up on this game.
Wait, I have one for G. Go again. Go ahead.
Okay, F. Frozen Sing-Along.
Okay. Mine is G. Grand Fiesta Tour with the 3 Caballeros.
Yay!
Yeah, I'm really not good at this game, clearly.
So, you get the idea.
But you don't have to do it with attractions. You could also do it with characters. You could do it with movies. You could do it with anything.
Disney
really.
treats.
Yeah.
Like you can literally just make it anything, but for us, this one takes a lot of time in line, and it's great for a big group of people.
Yeah.
So if you have like 6 or more people, it really goes around the circle, and each person has one, and so it kind of builds like the intensity of it. But this is a really fun game to play with any group in any queue line.
Yeah.
The next thing that we would suggest to play in line is actually good old-fashioned card trivia. So like we said earlier, we gave you an option for a trivia game in app form. But if you don't want to be on the screen and you want something that's actually tangible, you can use trivia cards. So these are from our Disney Trivia board game, and we just pulled a few out. The only thing about this is be careful that you return them back to the game so they don't get like lost forever. But these are fun if you're just going on a trip to the parks. You can stick them in your bag and then play them with your group while you're in line.
Yeah.
So for instance, should I ask you one?
Yeah, I'm gonna do better than I did with the ABC game. Let's do this.
Okay. So in Walt Disney's Pinocchio, what kind of animal is Monstro? A mouse or a whale?
A whale.
That's
a
really
dumb
easy
question.
one. Let me look for a harder one. Oh, okay. What sport is Disney's The Big Green all about?
I'm gonna guess golf.
It is not about golf.
Football?
Nope. It's about soccer.
What?
Sports!
Soccer field's not. Is the soccer field called the green?
Never. I don't know.
Somebody tell me.
Called the Bill. We're not really big sports people, and we've never seen that, obviously. Okay, here's one that you'll be really, really happy with. So fill in the blank from Disney's Beauty and the Beast.
All right.
Song. Be our guest, tie your napkin round your neck,
Sherry.
and we provide the rest. So this one, in this particular game, there are 5 trivia questions on each card. So you could take, 4 or 5 cards and have plenty of trivia questions to ask in line. Yeah. So there's an option for you. I think the final thing that I'm going to say is not actually something that is tangible, but that is to talk with other guests in line. This is something that I really enjoy. Abby's not... Don't make your eyes so wide.
I mean, the whole thing is I'm reading, so I don't have to do that, but I'm not an extrovert.
Good at,
I'm an introvert, so
being involved and smiling and stuff. But I really enjoy talking with other guests in line. Obviously, this doesn't work every time because not everybody in line wants to talk. But you guys are all there for a reason. You all are at Disney because you love it, and you're all waiting in that line because you love whatever it is you're waiting for.
Yeah.
So, or you've never been on it and you have that anticipation of like excitement of, you know, it being something new. So there's always something to talk about, and I have made some really fun conversation in line, everything from pins to snacks to, you know, just asking them about their Disney trip. It's just really fun. So always, you know, be friendly and don't spend all the time staring at your phone, and enjoy the atmosphere around you. So I think that was all of the tips that we had, or the ideas of things to do in line. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, give it a thumbs up.
Subscribe down below for more Disney magic, and let us know in a comment what's your favorite thing to do while you're standing in the queue line.
Do you have any other things to add to our list? And we would love to have you hit the notification bell next to the subscription button so that you don't miss any future videos from us.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye!
Bye.